Hey guys, I thought I'd give you a quick weight update. It's not quite been a week yet since I've given up sugar. That will be Tuesday, today's Sunday, but I can never be sure that I'm going to have time to do a video on Tuesday after work because it depends how things go. So I thought I would do it today. I've managed to stay sugar free, so I'm really pleased with myself. I'm absolutely surprised, I have to say. But just to clarify what I mean by going without sugar, I'm not having added sugar, and again, even with that, I'm not being 100% strict because I think it can just be too restrictive. Kev and I sort of looked through everything that we ate to see if we could completely wipe out sugar. But things like, there's a Balti sauce that we have from Marks and Spencer's, and we generally have that on a Friday night, and it's got a little bit of sugar in it. And at first we were going to cut things like that out, but then, you know, when you look at it, it would just be too restrictive, and it's hard enough as it is to do without putting these extra kind of rules on it. So so the idea was I wasn't going to have added sugar, which basically for me meant I wasn't going to have my daily chocolate, which was part of my kind of weekday menu, if you like, and I wasn't going to have any cakes, biscuits, chocolate, any sweet stuff at the weekend, because that's where I felt like my downfall was. And if I could wipe that out of my system but have the added sugar that you will find in sauces and things like that, where possible I'll get the ones without added sugar, but if some of them creeped in I wasn't too bothered. I would also have fruit. I wasn't going to stop having fruit, and I would also have sweeteners because I have a yogurt for my lunch that has sweetener in it. So so just to clarify what I meant by not having any sugar. So the way that I got around it was I didn't want to replace it with, like, you can buy sugar-free chocolate, and I didn't want to replace my lunchtime chocolate with a sugar-free chocolate, just because I kind of want to get out of the habit of having to have something sweet with my lunch or every day. I wanted it to be more like a treat. So I bought some Naked bars, if you've seen them, NAKD, and they are just made of nuts and dates, I think. So I had one of those in the week, just when I really fancied something sweet, so that was really nice. And I kind of drew up a list of things that I could kind of eat if I fancied something, but I didn't know what, and I could have instead of having sugar. And so I had things like, I've got jam with no added sugar. It's called St. Dalfour. It's absolutely beautiful. So one night I had 2 little crackers with some of that sugar-free jam on it, so that was really nice. I also got some of that sugar-free peanut butter in with no added sugar in it, so I had a teaspoonful of that one night. And then what else did I have? I had cheese and crackers one night as well, like just 2 little crackers with some cheese on it, which was nice as well. I think that was all that was on my list. Oh, and I had some of my flapjacks that I made. I made sugar-free flapjacks, as you'll know. It was on this channel. And I had a little piece of that every day as well. So that's how I kind of counteracted it. And then this weekend, which I knew would be the biggest challenge of all, because it's the weekend that I look forward to kind of having my sugary treats. And I did think, like on Friday, I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to eat anything nice. What I did instead was I got myself a Matteson sausage and decided I was going to have half of that each day for breakfast with a roll. Which is naughty and not diet friendly at all, but I said for the first couple of weeks of giving up sugar I wasn't going to pay too much attention. I'm not going crazy, but I wasn't going to pay too much attention to my calorie intake or be too fussy, because I knew how hard giving up sugar would be. And I want to see if I kind of continue on as I normally do with my fairly healthy eating, in the, you know, very healthy in the week but not so healthy at the weekend, but just give up sugar, if it has any effect on my weight. So I had a Matteson sausage in the morning. I knew we were having an Indian takeaway on Saturday night because I was just going to have the chicken tikka, which is okay, you know, it's not in a curry sauce, and had no naan bread or anything. So I thought, well, no, actually there are things that I can eat at the weekend, and I made some chocolate snowballs, they're called, which were sugar-free. So I will try and cook them again, or bake them again and do this. Actually, they didn't need bacon. I will try and make them again on camera so you guys can see them, because they're really, really tasty. So that's how I've managed to get through the weekend, and I'm just so pleased with myself, because there's been so many situations where I would normally have eaten something with sugar in that I have managed to avoid, and I feel like it's because I don't have the same amount of sugar in my system. Part of it's psychological and part of it is a physical addiction, you know, but I feel like it's been not easier than I think, but I've had some kind of willpower, whereas before I felt like it was a complete craving. So for example, I went to Boots after work on Friday, And normally when I go to Boots, I would buy, they've got a caramel bar that's 99 calories, and I would normally buy that and eat that on the way home. And I did think, oh, I really want one of those caramel bars. And I thought, well, instead I will have a packet of, they're called bacon tasties, I think they're called. So they're crisps and they're 99 calories also. So I thought, well, I'll have that. And instead of buying, I sometimes buy, they've got a yogurt drink that's lovely. I will buy a flavoured water, but it's again sugar-free. So I bought that and had that. I was a bit disappointed to find out that the crisps actually had sugar in them, which I didn't think about until afterwards, and noted they had a little bit of added sugar, but it was a tiny bit, and it was low down. But that was okay, and I was just pleased that I hadn't immediately kind of broken my promise and gone for the chocolate. And then what else? Oh, yesterday, I went uptown. And again, part of my kind of ritual of going uptown is that I will buy a cup of tea. I take my own milk, take my soy milk with me or my almond milk, which is fine. But I normally have like some biscuits or a little cake or something to go with it in the morning. So I did go to Costa and I just bought my tea, and I had taken with me my Naked bar, so I had that, and that allowed me to take my tablets and whatnot. So I was just really pleased that all of these situations were there. Oh, and also I normally get a Costa, it's called a creamy cooler. Starbucks do them as well. It's kind of like a milkshake, but a really thick milkshake. But I had decided I was going to make one when I came home. So when I came home yesterday afternoon, I made myself one. Oh, it was so yummy. I made it with almond milk, agave, vanilla essence, and what else did I put in it? I think that was it. Oh, and some ice cubes. So basically I put the milk into an ice cube tray, stuck them in the freezer. I'm not 100% sure how long, because I had left them in overnight and it just didn't work. So I need to try it again. I'm going to try it again this afternoon. And you need to leave them in for maybe an hour, I think. Maybe not as long as that. I'm going to test it and I'll let you guys know and know how to make this. Put that all in a blender, and it was really, really delicious. It was just like chocolate milk. Oh, I've missed an ingredient. There was a little sachet of chocolate powder that I got from Asda, and I've got about 5 of these sachets. It was from their Good For You range, and it's no added sugar cocoa powder, so that's what I added as well, and it was just really delicious and I really enjoyed it. So weight wise, I was 12 stone, if I can't even say it, 12 stone, I just keep forgetting I'm that heavy. I was 12 stone 4 last Tuesday. With my weight loss in the past, when I'm on a diet or a weight loss program, I would normally lose about 4 to 5 pounds in the week. I know that's a lot, but that's what would happen with me. I lose weight quickly, but I put it on extremely quickly. So I would lose 4 to 5 pounds in the week, and then I would put on 3 to 4 pounds at the weekend. And so what would happen is, in a week, every week I would lose a pound, sometimes 2, but mostly just a pound. And that's kind of how my weight loss went. This week I totally expected the weight to drop off because of the lack of sugar, but I lost a half a pound the first day, and then another half a pound. Now, did it continue like that? Because I'm now 12 stone 2, so I've lost 2 pounds. I think I maybe lost half a pound each day. But I was kind of disappointed in that, because I thought, well, when I'm on a normal diet, but eating sugar, having my little bit of chocolate every day and kind of going crazy at the weekend, I lose a lot in the week. But what's happened is I haven't put it on, because I weighed myself this morning, and from yesterday, despite having that Matteson sausage, and I had loads of those little chocolate snowballs that I made, and I had that chocolate milk that I made in the afternoon, what else? I had Alpen for my breakfast, and I had quite a lot to eat, and we had the Indian takeaway. I didn't put on weight, so I'm hoping that tomorrow I will still be 12 stone 2, and that will mean that I have lost 2 pounds overall. If I remember, I will do a quick update on Tuesday, because it was last Tuesday I did the video, to let you guys know what my kind of weekly weigh-in is, if you like. And you may have noticed I'm putting them in the title, and that's just so that I can look through and easily see. I'm almost using it as a weight loss diary as well, so I can see my kind of progress. Anyway, so I'm here to tell you that if you are considering giving up sugar, it's not as difficult as you think. I am so surprised. I can't say it's easy, because it's not easy, but I'm so surprised how achievable it is. I think that's the word. And I'm not super depressed. I thought I would be really depressed about it, and that I would be really craving it. But like I said, it shows you that the psychological side of it, you can conquer it, but it's the craving. When you've got the craving for it, the physical craving, which is what sugar creates, you have one little bit and you want more. When you've got that along with the psychological addiction, it makes it extremely hard. And so I kind of feel like I beat myself up a lot before when I was eating a lot of sugar. And I've sort of learned that I shouldn't buy a packet of biscuits because there's no way I can just eat one. But with like these chocolate snowballs, I can have 3 and think that's enough. I don't need to eat the whole box because there's still quite a lot of them left. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how it's going. I hope it continues like this. I kind of have it in my head that I'm going to do it until the 1st of August, and at that point I'm going to assess how my skin is, if my skin's been less oily and less blemishy, how I'm feeling, if I feel a lot better, if it's a real struggle, you know, whether I should also try and give up the sort of sugar substitutes that I'm using and that kind of thing. But for now, for the first couple of weeks, I'm not being too hard on myself. I'm not restricting my calories too much. And as long as I don't put any weight on today until Tuesday, then it means that it is working for me, and I will be dead chuffed if it continues that way. Obviously, the more weight you lose, the less you need to eat anyway. So I will have to kind of amend things and make it into a proper weight loss plan, and be a bit more strict about my calories in a couple of weeks' time. But yeah, so far I'm really pleased. I think that's everything. If you've got any questions about anything I've said, any of the food stuffs or anything that I was talking about, then stick them in the comments and I will try and answer them. The only thing I would say is this channel I've created I had to make an email address for this channel, and it's not an email address I check, and I have really tried everything to redirect the comments so that they come to me at the email address, which is my usual email address, and I just can't figure out how to do it. So I'm trying to remember to check the comments and reply to them when I can, but I will reply to them, I promise, but it's just I don't check it that often. But you can always email me at Karen_Maitland@hotmail.com, or check out my other channel and leave comments there because I do check that channel. So thanks very much for joining me again. Thanks for listening to me talking about my weight, and I wish you luck with your plans, whatever they may be, and I'll speak to you again soon.